The internet exploded. Fans screamed. Critics were stunned. Fellow celebrities reacted with tears, laughter, and pure disbelief. No one saw it coming. Jun Ji-Hyun, Korea's eternal goddess. Hyun Bin, the charismatic king of K-drama. Two legends. One secret love. And now, one breathtakingly secret wedding that left millions speechless. Behind the glamour of red carpets and CF deals, their story had been brewing like a perfectly written K-drama. Though Jun Ji-Hyun and Hyun Bin had never publicly worked together, insiders revealed that their connection began over 8 years ago at a private dinner hosted by a mutual director. What started as laughter over wine turned into long phone calls, hidden vacations, and years of carefully guarded love. "I've never seen Hyun smile that way," one makeup artist recalled. "He was always professional, until Ji-Hyun walked in. Then he turned into this shy, lovesick boy." Despite their individual megastardom, they managed to keep their relationship buried beneath layers of decoy friendships, quiet rendezvous abroad, and coded Instagram posts that only now begin to make sense. That mountain hike in Switzerland? They were both there, just in separate posts. That fashion event in Paris? They arrived minutes apart. Let's talk about the wedding. Because this wasn't just any celebrity ceremony. This was a cinematic, out-of-this-world, drama-worthy spectacle of love, secrecy, and jaw-dropping visuals. The venue, an exclusive private resort overlooking the ocean in Jeju, known only to billionaires and royalty. Guests were flown in using private jets, each one signing an NDA thicker than a K-drama script. Phones were confiscated at the entrance. Only one photographer was allowed, handpicked by Jun Ji-Hyun herself, who wanted a love story captured like a fantasy. Picture this, Jun Ji-Hyun, wearing a custom Dior gown with a 10-foot veil that flowed like moonlight. Her hair was styled in soft waves, pinned delicately with rare white orchids. As she walked barefoot down a candlelit path surrounded by floating lotus petals, a live orchestra played a gentle instrumental version of Moon Lovers OST. And then came Hyun Bin, dressed in a perfectly tailored black tuxedo by Tom Ford, his eyes never leaving hers. He whispered something as she approached, and she laughed through her tears. "I promise you," said one guest, a stylist who broke her NDA via anonymous tip, "there wasn't a dry eye in that garden. It felt like we were watching two gods of Korean entertainment write the final scene of their own drama." The vows were handwritten. The rings were custom designed, two intertwining serpents, symbolizing eternal love and protection. And the kiss. Soft, slow, and soul-stirring. One guest said, "It felt like time stopped." Though the ceremony was intimate, the guest list could fill a fantasy casting board. According to insider leaks, Song Hye-kyo was seen tearing up during the ceremony and was one of Ji-Hyun's personal bridesmaids. Rumor says she gave a toast that ended with, "You both deserve this fairy tale." Gong Yoo, Hyun Bin's longtime friend, was best man and gave a hilarious speech that poked fun at Hyun Bin's years of hiding his feelings. Lee Min-ho, Park Seo-joon, and Bae Suzy were also spotted, though no photos have surfaced. Fans matched their managers' flights and schedules. Even Hollywood director Christopher Nolan, who's expressed interest in casting both stars, sent a letter congratulating the couple, calling their union an epic worthy of the screen. Just hours after the ceremony, the couple vanished. Some said they went to the Maldives. Others suggested a secluded lodge in the Alps. But one jaw-dropping theory turned out to be true. They flew by private jet to New Zealand, where Hyun Bin had previously filmed. The resort. A mountaintop glass villa surrounded by nothing but snow, stars, and silence. A chef was flown in from Tokyo. Their bedroom faced the northern lights. And according to local staff, they spent most of their time wrapped in each other's arms, away from the noise of fame. Twitter, Instagram, and every fan forum exploded. Fan art, video compilations, emotional edits. Even K-drama soundtracks like My Destiny and That Woman began trending again. Top fan comments. "I feel like I just witnessed the final episode of the greatest love story never aired. This is better than any drama." They were the drama. Hyun Bin waited. Ji-Hyun healed. And now they're together. This is destiny. Even brands couldn't help themselves. Dior posted, "The Queen in Dior. Congratulations, Jun Ji-Hyun. Tom Ford's official X account replied to a tagged photo of Hyun Bin, the groom of the century. One question has everyone on edge. Will Jun Ji-Hyun take a break? Will Hyun Bin slow down? Or are they preparing for a joint project? Rumors are flying. Netflix is allegedly preparing a drama titled Moon Ties, a romantic thriller set in two timelines. Both stars have been approached, and insiders say they're considering it seriously. A luxury brand campaign featuring both of them is already in the works. Think Chanel meets Gucci, but elevated by pure power couple energy. And yes, some sources say Jun Ji-Hyun was glowing. Pregnancy rumors are already circulating after a mid-July photo surfaced showing her subtly placing a hand over her stomach during a fitting. For years, fans have dreamed of seeing Jun Ji-Hyun and Hyun Bin in the same drama, two legends whose names command respect. But maybe the universe had bigger plans. Maybe their real story wasn't meant to be fiction. It was meant to be lived. In a world filled with breakups, divorces, and public scandals, this moment, this union, feels like a reminder that some stories are meant to be slow burns. That sometimes, the most beautiful love stories happen off-screen. Jun Ji-Hyun and Hyun Bin are no longer just Korea's icons. They're proof that love, real, lasting, heart-racing love, still exists. Clapperboard coming soon? Will they act together? Will they have children? Will their honeymoon diary be published? The world can only wait and hope. But for now, we celebrate the most unexpected, most breathtaking, and most epic celebrity wedding in K-drama history. The wedding began not with music, but with silence, intentional, powerful, dramatic. Guests stepped onto a rose-petaled aisle, led by soft lanterns that flickered in the dusk. Each person was handed a scroll, not a program. When unrolled, it read only this: "You are not attending a wedding. You are witnessing a promise made before the world existed." Then, a slow wind picked up. Cherry blossom petals, imported from Japan, were released from drones above. Everyone looked up in stunned awe as the sky filled with gentle pink snow. And then, the music began. Jun Ji-Hyun's entrance was nothing short of legendary. She stepped out of a marble archway barefoot, her custom Dior gown glittering like stars reflected on water. But it wasn't just the dress that made the crowd gasp, it was the unexpected twist. Behind her trailed four flower girls dressed in miniature replicas of her iconic outfits from My Love from the Star, The Legend of the Blue Sea, and Assassination. A final flower girl wore a miniature version of her first-ever red carpet dress, representing how far she'd come. And as Ji-Hyun walked, a soft recording of her own voice played in the background. Once, I played a mermaid. Then, I became a queen. Today, I'm simply his. Hyun Bin didn't just wait at the altar. No. He walked halfway down the aisle to meet her, breaking wedding tradition and setting hearts on fire. The moment their eyes met, the crowd faded away. You could feel the electricity. But then came the twist no one expected. From inside his tuxedo, Hyun Bin pulled out a small white envelope. He handed it to her before the vows. "What's this?" she whispered with a smile. "Your future," he replied. It was the deed to a piece of land in New Zealand, the exact place where they had spent their first secret vacation together years ago. On it, he had built a secluded cottage named Ji-Hyun Forest. Just when the wedding seemed picture-perfect, a moment of tense silence shattered the serenity. A sleek silver car rolled up the gravel path, a vehicle that was not on the guest list. Security moved swiftly, but Hyun Bin raised a hand. Out stepped an ex-girlfriend. Though her name was not confirmed, multiple sources claim it was a very well-known actress who had once starred alongside Hyun Bin in a romantic drama. Gasps echoed through the venue. All eyes turned. Jun Ji-Hyun, ever the queen, stood tall and smiled graciously. The actress approached the couple, holding out a white peony. "This flower," she said, "represents peace and letting go." The room held its breath. Then Ji-Hyun took the flower, nodded, and turned back to Hyun Bin. Without missing a beat, the ceremony resumed, more powerful than ever. Some say the interruption was planned, a symbolic gesture of closure. Others believe it was real drama. Either way, it only added more myth to an already legendary moment. After the emotional vows and the kiss that launched 1,000 fan edits, night fell. But the event wasn't over. Not even close. Guests were led down a candlelit path to a cliffside terrace. There, hundreds of lanterns floated in a pool of still water, reflecting a mirror image of the stars above. Then came the grand finale. One by one, Jun Ji-Hyun and Hyun released glowing lanterns into the sky, each one holding a personal note. They didn't speak them aloud, but here's the twist. One lantern was accidentally, or purposefully, opened by the wind. A cameraman, hidden in the shadows, caught the message fluttering in the breeze. Asterisk, I would have found you in any lifetime. Thank you for waiting. Asterisk. Later, guests shared what they witnessed in private. Asterisk Song Hye-kyo was seen embracing Ji-Hyun in tears, whispering, "Now I believe in soulmates." Asterisk Gong Yu joked that if Hyun hurt her, he'd cast her as the lead in every single drama just to make him jealous. Asterisk one stylist claimed she saw a ring inside Ji-Hyun's shoe, a second proposal, hidden as a surprise for later. And the most shocking claim? They signed a second set of vows, one manager said, vows not just of marriage, but of disappearing together if needed, escaping the public eye entirely. As the night drew to a close, guests had no phones. But a single overhead drone, hidden in the sky, recorded what may be the most iconic scene in Korean entertainment history. Ji-Hyun and Hyun stood alone on a cliff, bathed in moonlight. No music. No guests. Just the sound of the ocean. They looked out over the sea, hands intertwined. And then, they turned, walked slowly into the villa, and closed the door. Fade to black. Their love story didn't need a script. It didn't need a camera. It didn't even need the world to understand. Jun Ji-Hyun and Hyun chose love on their own terms, with drama, fire, elegance, and enough mystery to make the world stop and watch. And maybe, just maybe, the best part isn't what we saw. It's what they kept just for themselves. Like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more behind-the-scenes stories, emotional celebrity moments, and unbelievable K-drama real-life romances.